Hello everybody, it's Bill's that college football guy here with another video. Well, after much, I could have done this video earlier, but I wanted to make it official. Wait, it was official. We saw a few days back that the Sun Belt presidents, commissioners, whatever, GMs, the member institutions voted to offer Louisiana Tech from Conference USA a spot in the Sun Belt Conference, and Louisiana Tech recently formally accepted that invite. So they will be replacing Texas State in the Sun Belt. Now, what is up to debate right now is when are they coming in? Now, because they missed the deadline, I think it's May 1st for Conference USA, not like June 1st for the Mountain West, but May 1st deadline, exit fees have doubled. So they're having to try to work out, if they don't want to pay the extra, the earliest they're going to be in, it will be the 2027-2028 academic athletic year. In 2027, they want to be in for 2026. And they're trying to work with Conference USA to pull that off. I don't know how that's exactly going to work. As to how the Sun Belt is going to work on this. Is this Louisiana Tech? Is the school's going to help? I have no idea. The question was asked, why are they taking Louisiana Tech? Like, I personally thought they were going to take FIU because they're not in Florida, get new territory. No, they picked Louisiana Tech, and everybody's like, well, why are they picking them? This makes no sense. You already have 2 schools in Louisiana. Why do you need 3? This makes no sense. And the argument was made, well, we're geographically based. We had a lot of more eastern schools. We need to get more western to balance the conference out. We losing a western school, we add an eastern one that takes further away from the west. Like, okay, I kind of get that. But maybe the Sun Belt was paying attention to history. Those remember not too long ago when the Sun Belt poached schools after the Sun Belt and the American both poached Conference USA. Remember what the American did? They grabbed North Texas. Now, North Texas is in Denton, north of Fort Worth. So you already have SMU in Dallas. Why do you need someone technically in the same media market? Well, because someone at the American had the belief that maybe SMU was going to leave and North Texas was an insurance policy. We saw the ACC bringing in the fact that they were planning on Florida State, Clemson, and North Carolina leaving, so they brought in Cal, Stanford, and SMU as an insurance policy to plan ahead for future departures. What if the Sun Belt's doing the same thing? I just did the video, you just saw it, about Tulane and everybody else coming in. What if the Sun Belt quietly brought up the fact that Louisiana could be an expansion candidate for the American when the American gets rated? We need to have another school in the state. Plus, there's the other thing that everybody's not understanding here. The governance. Now, a lot of people are going like, what the hell is the governance? Okay. The governance is going to require out on spending on a lot of things that's going to require at certain levels. And there's going to be, with the governance being done, with minimal programs done, minimals for everything, there are certain institutions at the FBS level that are going to be affected. I mean, it's going to be a fight. There's going to be some schools like we've seen recently. We're talking about Sacramento State or Tarleton State or McNeese, who are schools rumored to be moving from FCS to move up to FBS. Well, there's also schools, we saw with St. Joseph's, where schools were going to be Division I or FBS, and because for financial reasons, are going to have to move down to FCS or possibly lower.
Continue on the road.
No, I'm not. I'm doing a damn video. Will you do the world a favor and just shut the hell up? I had a funny feeling I was doing. I should have shut it off before I started the video. But anyway, you got some laughs out of me from it. So anyway, schools could potentially drop down. And I'm not saying I have any financial information, or do I, but I'm giving I'm not saying they are. I'm not saying they are. But there could be schools like I'm not giving them as an example, a ULM, a Kent State, an Akron, a UMass, or other schools, Stephen F. Austin, maybe moving down from FCS, possibly, because for financial reasons. I thought Stephen F. Austin was going to move up. They can't afford to travel where they're at This comes in, they may have to move down. So, financial reasons, this changes a lot. So, if a school from the Sun Belt drops, you're going to need... Here's the question for the Sun Belt fans: is ULM financially stable enough with the governance going up that they can afford everything? Or is this going to be an issue? To be honest with you, I don't know. Be absolutely honest with you, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting situation here. It's schools could be dropping down. So planning ahead for that. So did the Sun Belt planning on Tulane leaving at Louisiana Tech? Or are they also planning for possibly 2 schools leaving, and they'll have, or once maybe a school leaving because of governance? There's a lot of things that could happen. The governance stuff's getting up close soon. So there is other possibilities. Is the Sun Belt going to expand again? Go to 16 schools? No. They're going to stay where they're at for now. They're going to, unless they lose somebody else. And that's the whole thing with how bad the American gets hit, because the American is, what I've been talking about, the snowball. The SEC and the Big Ten raise the ACC. The ACC raised the American, possibly the Pac-12. The American's going to raid the Sun Belt, maybe the MAC, maybe Conference USA, and so on and so on and so on. The snowball, and everything just rolls downhill. So, trying to plan ahead. Well, they made that move. Now, like I said, they plan on adding somebody else. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's going to be an interesting situation. Conference USA wise, what are they doing as of now? Nothing. They're losing UTEP. They're losing Louisiana Tech. They go from 12 schools to 10. They're fine with that, but once the governance gets passed, they are considering adding schools, and Tarleton State and McNeese have immediately emerged as 2 of the front runners to be joining Conference USA. We will see how that goes. And there's also the fact that the Max Media deal is going to be up soon. I just did stuff on that one. How they're going to react. That's a whole other mess. But the Sun Belt did a solid move. I think they were planning for the future, because American gets raided, they steal Louisiana. At least you got a rivalry, still in conference, which brings value to it. So, and Louisiana Tech is winning, but they, like, as people I've been watching, can we forget Louisiana Tech? Can we bring in a school that actually is good at basketball? Because the Sun Belt's great at football, but basketball they stink. And they would admit it. So, would they consider bringing in a school as an expansion candidate who's good in basketball? Well, that would be Liberty, and y'all don't want a private school that comes in who could buy their way to a championship. But if it proves everything, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Oh my goodness. But we're going to see how this goes. But a solid move. Congratulations to Louisiana Tech for moving into the Sun Belt. You're going to step up. Money-wise, that'll be interesting how this goes. Conference USA's deal comes up before the Sun Belt's does, but it's a step up in competition. We're going to see how that. We'll see how that goes as to this. So, Louisiana Tech's in, Sun Belt's on hold, Conference USA is on hold. Everything's pretty much on hold, except for a lawsuit. But that's for tomorrow. So, thanks everybody for watching the video. If you haven't done it already, do me the favor. Smash the like button, hit that thumbs up. It helps with the algorithms. The video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. Louisiana Tech coming into the Sun Belt, think it's a good idea. I do. I think it's planning ahead, getting prepared just in case something happens. Do you think that Louisiana Tech will let anybody anytime soon? I don't think so. You think Conference USA is going to have anybody anytime soon? Not till the governance is done. I don't think any FCS moves are going to be done by anybody until the governance is set up. We'll see how that goes. Let me know what you think about all this down in the comments. Share the video if you want to. If you haven't done already, check out some of the other videos I've done. If you like them, hey, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way, almost there, on the road to 1K, trying to make some magic happen. Oh boy, we got some stuff going on. So, if you want to follow me on the craziness that is X, dang it, stuff falls off the dashboard. The link will be in the description. You've seen all the trucks going by. I'm here in a rest area just south of Columbus, Ohio. I was having fun up in Syracuse, New York. That was fun. So again, thanks everybody for watching. I hope everybody's having a great day. More videos coming. Prediction videos too. Oh boy. Thanks everybody. Be safe out there and please be good to each other.